We got
All right, ready to go?
rounds to
What's up, YouTube? This is TYP336 here. We're here with Chris Miles here at the YCS Charlotte. So what's your record been so far?
So far, I'm X2 in round 6, so I've won 4, lost 2. I've done really good against everything I expected to see. I lost to Anti-Meta and I just lost to Blackwings. And I mean, sometimes, you know, you just, one deck will beat another just on what you draw. I mean, that's what happens. So you want me to do the deck now?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, first up we got 3 Scrap Chimera. He's pretty much staple in the deck. You know, you summon him, he's like a Debris Dragon, you get a special summon, a Scrap Tuner from your graveyard. And such Scrap Tuners would be Scrap Beast. I'm playing 3 of him today. He's your main tuner because he's 4 stars, and he synchros with a Scrap Chimera for an 8-star. I'm playing only 2 Scrap Goblin. I'm trying to keep it to like 7 tuners, and I'm playing 2 Scrapyards, so that's why I went to for that route. And I really think that 2 Goblin has been working not terribly, but I'm really not sure if it's what I should have done today. I think 3 might have been a little bit better against the matchups that I've had. I've been playing 2 Gatekeeper Spy, that's working fine. I typed 1 Sangan because I have a good number of targets. I play a Summoner Monk, Spy, the 2 Goblin, Spirit Reaper, and 2 Effect Veiler. And the reason I play the 2 Effect Veilers is because I was really expecting to see a lot of Gravekeepers and Dragoonity and Samurai and Frog Monarchs, and I've really only seen Samurai. So it hasn't really been working like I wanted to, but Sangan himself has been a really good floater for me. And just getting really good stuff like that. 1 Spirit Reaper. You can pretty easily clear out like their monsters with this deck, so Spirit Reaper can swing in for 300 and knock a card out of their hand, and also gets you card advantage because they have to discard a card, or waste the out, you know, to get rid of him. I play 1 Summoner Monk to special summon Scrap Beast and get more synchros. The 1 Golem, he's like kind of like Chimera, but he can do his effect once per turn. And special summon a level 4 lower monster to either side of the field, so he's pretty good. And he also helps with synchros, either for Scrap Dragon or Scrap Twin Dragon, or any synchro. And then I play 2 Effect Veiler, just for the protection. And that in total is 16 monsters. If you don't count Effect Veiler, that's only 14 monsters. Alright, next up we got 3 Scrap Storm. This is really, really important. It's a chainable card because it's a quick play spell card. It destroys a Scrap monster you control, along with sending one from your deck to your graveyard, and then you draw a card. So it's really the engine of the deck, and it helps you set up Chimera plays. I'm playing 2 Scrapyard to help you search your tuners out. That's all it does is just search your tuners. 2 Mystical Space Typhoon, because I really expected to see a lot of Gravekeepers, Dragoonities, and Samurai. I mean, they play a lot of continuous spells and stuff, so I thought that would help a lot. 2 Forbidden Lance. Stops Bottomless, Book of Moon, Dimensional Prison, Combi Back, Mind Control. A lot of our biggest threats are in the form of spells or traps, so I felt that Forbidden Lance was actually a really good card, and so far 2 Forbidden Lance has been working really well for me. I also played 2 Pot of Duality. I tried to up the consistency. One of the reasons I also felt it would be okay if I dropped the Goblin was because I did manage to pick up a 2nd Duality, and when I see them, they do relatively well for me. They really help me see my tuners when I need them. I just haven't really been drawing these that much, so I can't tell you how well 2's been working. 1 Mind Control. This card is really, really good in scraps because not only does it help you synchro, but if you have a Scrap Dragon on the field, you can take their card and pop it with Scrap Head's effect and get a +1 out of it. And then 1 Book of Moon, because Book of Moon's really good. 1 Monster Reborn, because it's also very good. Giant Trudane for the exact same reason. Dark Hole, also. They're just staples. And then 1 Scapegoat. Scapegoat gives you 4 little 1-star Earth tokens, and with your 4-star Earth Tuner or your 3-star Earth Tuner, you can synchro for anything between a level 4 and a level 8, pretty much, depending on what tuner you have. But mostly I'll go for the Naturia synchros, Naturia Beast and Naturia Barkion, and depending on the deck you're playing, you're going to really want to try and figure out which one you need to go for. And then the extra tokens that you have left over can be popped by with Scrap Dragon's effect 1 by 1 to gain really good advantage. Then we have the traps. I played 2 Solemn Warning, like, you know, the matchups I expected to see. I really thought Solemn Warning would be a lot stronger than Bottomless, and so far it really has been. 2 Compulsory Evacuation Devices to stop those synchros mostly, and I mean that's really what I was afraid of, was like synchros like Brainiac just really hurts. And this also kind of functions like a pseudo Book of Moon, whereas it can just, you know, stop synchros from happening in the first place. So, you know, it's been working really well. It's also chainable, so you can pop it with Scrap Dragon's effect and then activate it and return the card to their hand. And you get it, it's a neutral, but I mean you're putting a monster back in their hand and slowing them down by a turn while you have a Scrap Dragon on the field, and that's a very good thing. I play 1 Call of the Haunted to help me revive Scrap Dragon or tuners, and if I synchro with whatever I get back with Call of the Haunted stays in the field, so I can pop it with Scrap Dragon's effect, making Call of the Haunted a +1. 1 Dust Tornado, same thing as MST, you know, a lot of face-up spellcraft cards this format, and also pop it with Scrap Dragon, pop a card you control, it's a +1. And last but not least, never mind, I have 2 cards left. 1/7 Tools of the Bandit. With Forbidden Lance, I felt like I had a lot of really good coverage, but Solemn Warning on a Chimera will always hurt. So I try to put in that 1/7 Tools just to give me a little bit more protection against those power cards like Combi-Vac, like Dimensional Prison, and also to have an out to Solemn Warning. And then I have 1 Torrential Tribute, just for a lot of the Storming decks. And it's been working really well, you know, sometimes you just don't draw what you need to draw when you need to, and that's how you lose games. I haven't really made any misplays, and the guys I played were pretty legit, and you know, it's just sometimes how the game goes. But I'm still pretty confident in this deck, and we'll see how the rest of the day goes.
So what do you think the top decks of the format are, in your opinion?
Right now, Samurai are still tier 1, because they can just really go nuts and explode. I think Gravekeepers are still really good, just because in the hands of a good player, they can be a very, very powerful deck. But a lot of the scrubs you see out there running them, it's very, very easy to beat. So but you still shouldn't underestimate them if you're playing against someone who knows how to play the deck. And Dragoonides, I have to say, are also very, very powerful. I've only played them against them a couple times, but just the fact that they're bringing OTKs back into this game very easily, I think it's really something you have to watch out for, because we haven't had that for a while. That's what I think.
All right, Chris, I appreciate you sitting down with us.
No problem.
And CYP336 sign out. Remember, if it ain't pro, it ain't us. Out.
See you.